I'm gonna give you 4 steps to achieve happiness in a way that doesn't hurt you. What's up, everybody? My name is Umberto. Some people call me Billi. This is Royal Thought, where I give you some words of inspiration, some ways to shift your mindset, maybe help you accomplish those goals and become a better person, whichever way that means for you. But today's video, we're gonna talk about how searching for happiness may be hurting you. Have you ever done something that immediately afterwards you feel guilty? Have you ever done something that you enjoyed in the process, but you know this is not the right thing for you? Have you ever done something that you told yourself is going to be the last time you ever do it, but then fast forward, you're doing it again, even though you know you told yourself, I'm not doing that anymore? These are indicators that you're doing something that you already know you shouldn't be doing, but the reason we feel that pull to even do it is because we feel some type of happiness when we do it, right? It may be a false sense of fulfillment, a false sense of happiness, but that pull sometimes is hard for us to get out of that groove. We have to push ourselves away from that thing that's pulling us in. There's a force there, right? For me, it has always been overeating. Now, maybe this is an excuse, maybe it's not, but I grew up in a Spanish household. The place would come this big, full of food, and you were kind of encouraged to eat everything, right? If you didn't, it's like, what are you doing? Like, there's kids who are hungry, right? That idea, right? That thinking, like, why you left this? So I don't know if that's a great excuse, but now that I'm older, I realize I shouldn't have to finish a whole plate of food to not feel guilty about wasting food. But now I feel guilty that I overate because I feel sick, right? Your body's telling you you don't feel good about what you just did. Even though you enjoy the food, it tastes delicious. Right after you feel like crap, and obviously that's not a great way to feel, but it's the truth. And you ate something delicious. It could be your favorite meal. But when you overeat it, now it doesn't sit well with you. It's literally sitting in your stomach, in your chest, and you are feeling sick because of it. Have you ever eaten a burger and felt like crap knowing that burgers aren't good for you? Or you ever ate McDonald's and instantly felt like crap after you ate McDonald's or any fast food, right? And it's because we are thinking of the moment that we're going to enjoy it, but we forget that it's not really good for us. And the moment afterwards is the moment we realize, damn, that was crap. I should have never did that. Some people, it's the addiction of liquor, right? For others, it's the addiction of sex, pornography. It could even be working out, right? You're pushing yourself to the limits. For some people, it's the act of what they're doing. And for others, it's the excess of it, right? For me, like I said, food, a great thing. Obviously, there's bad foods, but any food, if you eat it in excess, it's a horrible thing for you. That's why it's an addiction. Anything that you're doing too much of, anything that's negatively affecting you is an addiction if you keep doing it knowing that it's not good for you. There's a pull there that's so strong. There's such a strong force that even though you know you shouldn't be doing it, for some reason you can't shake it. And I want you to know that searching for happiness could be hurtful if you're doing it the wrong way. Why are we overeating? Why are we over shopping? Why do you have a whole closet full of stuff that looks great and there was a moment where you wanted it? There's a reason you bought that item, but afterwards you're looking in the closet like, I don't have anything to wear. All habits aren't bad habits. It may be a great thing to work out. It's obviously a great thing to eat. We need the fuel, but we know certain foods are bad for us. We know certain workouts are horrible for us. If you're working out to the point where you need growth hormone to gain, to have the look that you want, that's obviously being done in an unhealthy way. Even having sex in excess, right? You're looking for new partners. You want to be desired. You want to have somebody. You like the hunt of it. You like knowing that you could get a new partner. That is a bad habit, especially if you ever had sex with somebody and immediately afterwards you felt like, I need to get out of here. What's happening is you're letting the force, that desire, pull you in to the point you're ignoring the fact that you know this behavior is bad for you. You're searching for happiness that's going to harm you in the end. If you're over shopping and now you spent your last money just to impress other people, that's harmful behavior to yourself, because sometimes you get to the point where you're spending money that you know shouldn't go towards this, right? You have priorities, you have more important things to spend your money on, but that addiction of wanting to look good, that addiction of just wanting to have that thing, you want to be so happy the moment you get it, and then afterwards you don't feel happy anymore, which is why you have to do it again. Same thing with eating. You're eating something and you enjoy that moment where you're eating that spoon, you're eating that fork full of whatever it is that you have, but afterwards you overate, you feel like crap, or just the type of food you're eating. You know that burger is horrible in your stomach. You're searching for happiness and you're looking towards the wrong things to obtain it. It's a great thing to be happy. It's a bad thing to do it the wrong way, because even when you get it, it's not true happiness. It's an empty feeling. While it's happening, it's an empty feeling, especially afterwards, now that you regret what you just did. There are better ways to find that happiness, and we are looking for happiness outwardly. Now, I want you to think, imagine you were just in isolation. Imagine you were in the middle of a forest. There's plenty of food for you to eat there, but there's no other people to interact with, right? All the things that we have done to look for happiness are usually outwardly. We're always looking towards other people, towards other things to feel happy. The problem is these things are just distractions. They're temporary. They're just band-aids, right? You're looking to be happy towards something else instead of inward. Now, I know that sounds super esoteric and like some blah, 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 but the idea is if you can be happy with yourself, then anything else you do is a bonus. It's not a necessary thing, right? It's not a necessity. You don't need to gamble. You don't need to drink. You don't need to impress people with how you're dressed. And when you get to that point, you can feel so free and liberated and feel true happiness. It's not an easy thing because it's very easy to look outward and to see these thrilling things and these activities that may seem fun in a moment. But the problem is we get to a point where we don't ever come back. We don't ever look inward again. We can't sit with ourselves. That's the reason why people binge watch TV and binge watch TV shows, knowing that at the end of the day, they're going to feel like crap because they haven't accomplished anything that they truly wanted to accomplish. In the moment, you get distracted by the fact that Netflix dropped a new TV show, Netflix has a new movie. You're gonna feel like crap because there's something that you wanted to accomplish for yourself and you never even got around to doing it. So even that habit is bad. Looking outward for our happiness is just detrimental behavior. If you were in that forest and you didn't have other people to interact with, you didn't have a reason to gamble, you don't have a reason to get dressed up to the nines, right? Everything now is just based off of necessity. And what we realize is all these things we spend our time doing are just really distractions. Now, you may want to drink. You're grown. Okay, it's fine. But the problem is, why are you wanting to drink? Do you want to search for a certain numbness? Do you want to search for a certain happiness that you think you'll have after that liquor? Do you want to forget certain problems? If we can know why we're searching for something, why we want to drink, why you may want to smoke, why you may want to eat your favorite food, watch your favorite TV show, if you know your why, you can find a better way to satisfy what that truly is. Because in all actuality, you don't want to drink. You want what the liquor brings, and you're grown, so it's fine. Drink some liquor, but know why you're truly wanting to drink liquor. Know why you're truly wanting to smoke and why you're wanting to do whatever that activity is. You want what it's going to bring to you. If you can figure out what it's going to bring to you and find a better, healthy way to achieve it. If we didn't have liquor, if you didn't have weed to smoke, gambling, if you didn't have those clothes to be addicted to shopping, if you didn't have food to overeat, you would have to search within, right? And we can fulfill ourselves with everything that we want. So if you can figure what it is that you really want from that activity, you can do it in the proper way. Now, I'm not telling you have to do yoga, you have to do meditations, but there's a reason those people seem very at ease and very calm and they don't need things, right? Not all of them. A lot of them aren't looking for material benefits, right? They're minimalists. They have a certain sense of peace that everyone else who's outside of that world, who's looking inward, seems to just be confused at how they achieve it. Now, the problem is we know that meditation and yoga can help, but we don't really want to try those things, but we'll try this drug, we'll try that new drink, we'll try to buy something else, we'll try to eat another meal, but why don't we try those things that we have heard about forever that seem to be working for everybody else, like calming our minds with something healthy? We know what's healthy and what's wrong. When you want that burger, you know a salad is a better way to go, but you won't grab the salad. You make it almost virtually impossible to even desire the salad. Sometimes you just have to go through the process of shifting yourself. It's not going to be an easy process to like the taste of a salad after eating years and years of burger, french fries, grilled cheeses, all these horrible things that we eat, because I'm still in that process myself. But we know what's right for us. We know the salad is right. We know yoga is the right way to go. We know writing that poem that we've been thinking about writing that we haven't wrote since you was in 5th grade, and you're like, I need to get back to writing, but you never do. It's because you're in a routine and you're being pulled to do the other things when you're searching for the happiness, and you know those things never bring you happiness. Now I want you to think, What is it that you truly want? What is it that's really going to make you happy? A lot of the times we're ignoring what's really going to work for us because we're just doing the habit. We're just doing the routine. You're just going to drink again tonight. You're just going to smoke to numb yourself. You're going to eat your favorite greasy, nasty foods because it'll make you feel happy in the moment, but never for a long time. It's not sustainable. These things don't help you long term. They're short-term habits that hurt us. We're looking for short-term happiness, never things that truly last a lifetime. Now think of what you want when you do that activity and find another way to possess it in a healthy way. When you strip down from all these bad habits and you think of the things you truly want, the things that are truly good for us are sometimes harder to get into, right? The bad things are always easier. The same way you could go to the store and you could buy your favorite ice cream, frozen food, and you could do those things extremely quick, but cooking a healthy meal could take longer. Not all healthy meals. Some healthy meals are very easy to make right away, but we know everything else is in our face 24/7. Those intimate cakes are right there. Those chips are right there. That Coca-Cola's in your face. And there's a bar on every corner, a liquor store on every corner. Literally, Instagram now is basically a pornography site. These negative influences are coming into our life and we look to them instantly for happiness when we know I could eat a salad instead of that nasty meal because I don't really need that nasty meal. I don't need to masturbate. I don't need to have sex with this person that I do not know for happiness because I can do another activity like writing. I love to write. I'm gonna write exactly what it is that I love. I love to hang out with my mom and take her out to restaurants. Take your mom out. You have to make a decision, right? Because you realize these habits are bad habits and we do them for short-term happiness. There will never be long-term happiness from these habits. They're just short-term band-aids. They're just short-term ways to feel happy, but these are actually harmful ways. If we can find better ways that make us truly happy, things that we could do that fulfill us deep within ourselves, because these are things that we are actually in alignment with, right? These are things that we may be burying deep inside because doing the good things sometimes are harder, right? Because all the bad things surround us everywhere we look. All those bad habits, we've seen them around us. We've seen family members do it. We've seen our friends do these bad habits. So before you know it, you just take on a bad habit to have that feeling that you truly wanted. And there are great things that you can do to achieve those same feelings or very similar feelings. And you know what's best for you. You know what you truly love to do, but you've been allowing the bad habit to take up all your time. You've been allowing the bad habit to be the distraction. You may love to write. You may love to sing. You may love to play board games. Literally, it could be anything that will bring you to happiness, but you're distracted by a horrible habit that will never let you do the thing that will really make you happy. You don't have time to do the thing that's truly gonna make you happy because you've been drowning in a bad habit that you've seen forever from other people. You've just been practicing it forever and you don't even realize sometimes that it's a bad habit anymore. You get caught up in it so much that you don't even evaluate it. You don't check up on this thing. Is this helping me long term or is it just something that I enjoy doing short term? I'm only happy when I do this activity in the moment and right after I feel regretful, right after I feel horrible. If you can replace that feeling with something that's gonna actually bring you happiness for long term, we can now identify that problem and fulfill ourselves in a way that's actually gonna make us happy long term. We can do something very simple and we could replace that act with something very simple that we looked over because we were distracted with the bad habit. So here are 4 steps to achieve happiness in a way that doesn't hurt you. Number 1, identify what's your biggest problem. It could be something that's very simple on the surface, but you know it is actually hurting you. You know for the long term, this won't provide you happiness. Number 2, make small changes. Maybe once you identify this thing that is hurting you and harming you, then you might have many things, but making drastic changes may put you in a position where you go back to the bad habit. That pull may still be on you if you make a large change. When you make small changes and do things in small bits, small doses, you can get to little accomplishments. You could do something for just a week. You could decide, I'm not smoking this week. I'm not drinking this week because I realize these things aren't truly making me happy. And then you can do it just for that small bit. You make it to the first week, first day. Depending on what it is and how often you were doing it, it could just be hourly goals. If you know you tend to drink a lot of soda, it could just be, I'm not drinking soda with lunch today. When you make those small changes and you accomplish them, you can easily get to the next day, the next challenge, the next bit. Just the little doses will help you. Number 3, find a new habit you can make to replace the other habit. If it's over shopping and you know you love the feeling of having something new in your closet to feel good with, why not try to put your clothing together in a way that you never have? Why not try to sew? Why not try to make your outfit from scratch? Why not try to go thrift shopping? These are just some ideas, but it can be anything. Just try to replace the habit. If you're in the habit of drinking, smoking because you want the numbness, if you want to relax yourself and use these methods to do it, but you know you don't truly ever feel happy, you don't ever truly feel numb, and it doesn't last because your problems are still waiting there for you. And now you have the other problem of the money you're spending on the addiction. Why not try to do something simple? Why not watch your favorite comedy just to laugh and to relax and to feel that numbness that you were searching for from the other activities? If you get in the habit of overeating, why not make a new habit of filling yourself up with water? This is something that's very simple. Why not think to drink water when you are hungry? Now, just a simple activity, right? You can go eat a bag of chips or eat a piece of cake because you have a craving, or you can decide I'm going to drink water every time I have a craving, right? You're replacing the habit of eating ice cream with now drinking water at the moment you feel it. You can either replace the bad habit with a good habit that will give you a similar feeling, or you can do something in place of it whenever you're reminded that you want to do that thing. If you're reminded in the moment that you have a craving, that you want that soda, that you want that cake, but you think to drink water, it's just a trigger. You know that you shouldn't have those things. So the moment you feel the craving, you have a new habit to replace it with. And whenever you think of the bad habit, you would know, oh no, I don't do that anymore. I have a new habit. I'm going to drink water, or I'm going to eat a fruit whenever I feel that desire, because I truly know I won't be happy when I'm done with that piece of cake. When I'm done eating that burger, I'm going to feel like crap. Step number 4, identify what it is that you're in search of when you do the bad habit. What feeling are you looking for, right? Every bad habit doesn't give you the same feeling. Some people want to be relaxed. Some people want to feel a high. Some people want to feel happy. Some people want to feel beautiful. Some people want to feel strong. Some people want to feel like enough. There's literally a million reasons you may be doing your bad habit. If you can think of what it is that you were doing it for and what you wanted to get out of it, right? It's never the actual act. It's what you're in search of. If you can identify the feeling, if you can identify what it is that you were looking for, you can then go do number 3, right? You can replace that activity with something that will actually make you feel like what you wanted. You can have a good habit instead of that bad habit that gives you the same feeling. When you do these activities that you know are bad for you, you're trying to fulfill a void, but you're doing it outwardly, right? You'll go look to other people, other activities, other things to make you feel good on the inside. But the problem is you won't ever feel good on the inside because those are outwardly actions, right? Those are other people. Those are things that you know aren't good for you. And you need to be able to fulfill yourself. You need to be able to come to terms with yourself and really think of what it is that makes you happy, because those activities are like band-aids, right? There's a void there that you will never fulfill because you're trying to fulfill it with things that aren't you. You're trying to fulfill it with outside. So I hope these steps help you. I hope this way of thinking can help you change the bad habits, can help you become more of the person you want, because we all know what's wrong for us. We know what's good for us. Ultimately, we just want to be happy, and these habits never fulfill us. We never feel satisfied. It's never going to fill that void inside you. Sometimes we don't think of what's a bad habit. We just do, right? Knowing now what's wrong for us, we can make a change for it. Knowing that you wanted happiness, but you were looking for it the wrong way, you can make a change about it. So comment down below what bad habit you're changing with a healthy habit. Remember, we're doing this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. These are Rory Thoughts. I hope this helps. My name is Umberto.